Discord, Roll20, or Twitch.
I would look at wherever you can see the terrain.
Okay. Is that going to... We'll need Roll20 for...
All right, I can see the camera. I can see the camera you're looking at right now. You can watch. You don't need to have Roll20 up other than when you're doing rolls, or when you. That's it. Whenever you want to say, or whenever I need a roll done, just so you can click on it. That's the only reason you need Roll20 up right now. So basically, all you should be looking at right now is the ruins of a church. And I'll put the laser pointer on it so you can see your guys. You have the warlock, which is the dragonborn right there. And then you have the cleric, which is the dwarf right there. And this is the entrance to the ruins of Lathander, the ruined temple. And I will go ahead and start reading to you right now.
See, I'm not sure. My camera is showing on. There. Turn on camera. Okay, now I'm on.
Okay, you can see yourself?
Yes, I can see. I can see me, so I know where I am.
Perfect. Yeah, you should see a dwarf and a dwarf and a dragonborn.
That's too dark. There we go.
I have to change that title later. All right. So let's get started. All right. For most of all right. You guys ready?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. For most of your life, you have lived hand to mouth, taking up any job or quest to keep your belly full. But now the worm is turned, and either through shrewd tactics, use of force, or simple blind luck, you have come into a possession of a map detailing the whereabouts of one of the most legendary treasures in all of Faerun, the Golden Hammer of Kaz. Knowing that legendary items often equate to unimaginably heavy gold purse, you have made your way to the town of Dagger Falls. Inside the ruined church of Lathander is an entrance to a forgotten crypt where the map claims the item lies in an unknown antechamber. Whether it be greed, bravado, stupidity, or a combination of all three, you have decided to begin your descent into this pit of horrors with a local laborer named Javier in tow. And this is where your story begins. Let me put Javier down for you. Actually, forgot to put Javier in the picture with you. Now, we're going to move your characters from this ruined church to actual dungeon. And see, switch the camera. You should see an above head view in just a moment. We'll be in the dungeon. Javier is right behind you. I'll give a description real quick of what y'all are about to see. Alrighty. As you enter the tomb, you see mold and grime and all sorts of sounds coming. You hear bats from within. Squeak, 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 squeak. You hear crawls and dust, and you see all sorts of rats running to and fro. The stone itself seems to be covered in algae and grime from years past. Perhaps it was flooded at one time. The smell reeks of old death as you enter. Oh, please, senor. Nobody has come out of here alive. We should not go in here. This is a bad place. Javier is begging you not to go. Please. I know you paid me, but I do not want to go in this place, senors. Perhaps you should turn around. It's not worth it.
Only way in.
Please.
Only way to find the hammer.
Are you sure? It looks dangerous. As you can see bits of sand, kind of like as you look forward, you can actually see little bits of sand and things falling from the ceiling, creaks and sounds and moans of the stone itself. So I will ask each one of y'all at this point, Jake, what do you want to do? Before you can see just what you see on the screen. You can see the entrance to the dungeon itself. You've come down the stairs. Javier is right behind you. You've got the cleric next to you. well, Yamil's standing right next to you, and again, you could see in the distance a little bit of the opening through that entranceway, and a little pile of bones that seems to be in the room before you.
It's just a smell. I've smelled worse. We go in and see if these bones need a proper burial or a blessing.
All right,
Sniff
so
around, peek around the corner.
you want to go forward?
We'll make sure well, you did say there was some dust falling from the ceiling. I just want to glance about to make sure it's structurally sound with my dwarven familiarity with underground structures.
Okay, give me an investigation check with advantage, please.
And
Okay.
investigation built in. Part
Yeah,
of bonus.
that 19 is a nice one, right?
There we go.
Well, I don't think we have to worry about the. I don't think we have to worry about the second roll. You know, kind of pointless when you crit it on the first one.
Yeah.
So yeah, they get no better. So when you look, you take time, you look at the sand, and you notice it's not sand. It looks like crumbling pieces of pebbles that are coming off the stone itself, and your dwarven instinct tells you that this area is loose. And kind of looks like the stone itself is becoming loose. And at that moment, I need you to do me a reflex save. And since you noticed it, and you did the investigation, give me with advantage. Go ahead and just do a straight. I said reflex. That's how old school I am. Saying reflex. That's from first and second edition. Give me a dexterity. Yeah, dex save, baby. Dex save. Beat a 12. Beat a 12. What did you get?
13.
All right. So as you do that, you're looking and you're scoping, and you notice that something is wrong right at that moment. You're wise enough that all of a sudden, bang, boom. You see the trap go off, and the rocks fall and crumble right before you. Smoke and dust choke and fill your lungs as you begin to cough, and little bits of phlegm. You have to spit it out, and as you spit it, you can actually see the gray little bits of dust and pebbles within your spittle itself. Senor, I told you this place is a death trap. I swear I am not going any further unless you agree to pay me at least one more gold piece. I'm not dying here. I have a family. Please, please.
It's low grade granite. You can taste the difference. That's the only problem. That's all.
I want you. No one has gone here. No one has come out of here alive since this place was found. You're insane. I don't know why. My God, what do I, Dios míos? Why do I accept this job? Oh. Javier's just going back there. He's freaking out. All right, so now.
Maybe a little less shouting. Instead of telling everybody we're here, then we can sneak in a little,
Oh, yes,
a little more quietly.
Yes,
Maybe
okay.
it won't bring the roof down, literally, if we're not yelling.
Oh, yes, senor. I'm sorry. I just am so afraid. I don't want to die here. I don't want to die.
Why don't we just guard the rear? Make sure no one sneaks up behind us.
Oh, of course, senor. You are the brave heroes of the realm. I would never dream of going before you. But perhaps I have my digging tools here. When you're ready, Javier digs. That is my job. Okay, I stay behind. I stay right behind you and walk at least 5 to 10 feet. All right, so Javier's now standing behind you. So that was you, Jake. Yamil, what do you want to do now that you've seen this area crumble in front of you?
Yeah. Well, I'll hand Javier a gold piece.
Oh, thank you, senor. You are most. He kind of bites it at first. Ha ha, it's real. So you are a generous man. And he kind of like drops it right in his pocket, and he looks at you and gives you that wink. I like you, senor. I like you very much.
Well, there will be more gold coming, so I'm not too worried. And What else do you know about this location?
Dagger Falls, or this tomb here. All I know is that a few weeks ago, this place was found after the temple had burnt down, some kind of accident, and they found this, the hidden entrance. Anyone who has tried to come in here has not come out. They speak of death and sounds all throughout the night. The whole town is on edge. I do not know what is in here, but it must be valuable. But I don't think anything is worth your life. Maybe we should go back to the tavern. They have a deal on drinks and mead. It's only one copper piece it's Copper Piece Tuesday. We could get drinks.
Oh, that's all right. Glory comes to those that take it. Is the way obstructed at all, or is it?
Yes. I was just about to say it's difficult terrain. It's not obstructed. You just have difficult terrain in front of you. So it's half your movement rate. What was that, Jake?
Yes, I probably want to. If he moves forward, I'll be cut. I do want the crossbow out, since there's a little bit of distance between us and that corner. In case he were to move, I want to try to keep that corner covered for him, so nothing can jump.
Okay, so you're gonna have an action ready? Okay. Okay. So you move forward. And let me get up and move you into that room. Maybe we'll get another camera for you in a few minutes, get the battle cam going so we can get a better, cooler view here of what we got. One day we're gonna have a robot that moves all these pieces for us. No, I'm joking, guy. That's a joke, guys. I wish I had a robot.
The drone would blow the paper around.
So Yamil, you're the dwarf, right, Yamil?
No, I'm the dragonborn.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
I'm a dwarf. What is it?
You, at this point, you can see oh, I forgot to turn these on. All right, so before you, what you see is the room is now, it's obviously illuminated by torchlight. You see a pile of bones, and let me actually give you a better description. You know exactly what you're looking at here. As you continue past the rubble, the smell of mold and mildew permeates the air. Old stone and then darkness is all that follows, with only the sound of screams and footfalls trailing off into the darkness, an indicator of possible woe to follow. As your eyes adjust to the light, you see before you a large square room with a sandy floor. Dented, rusty shields adorn the wall. Many are covered with graffiti of former adventurers, some less successful than others. And of course, you see before you see the dented shield, which is actually like an armor stand, and then the weapon stand has the dented shields and all that. And then you'll just have to imagine the sand, guys. I'm sorry, I don't have real sand. So you have to imagine the sand on the floor. What would you like to do, Yamil, since you're in the lead there?
Can I investigate or look at the graffiti to see if there's any kind of like warning or code information gathered from that?
Absolutely. So you're searching the rusty shield area. You want to walk up to that and search it? Okay, let me move you up there, and I'll give you the description as soon as I get back. Move this camera in a second, JC. Better east. All right, so let me open up this. You want to go ahead and while I'm up, do you want to go ahead and move up into there, Jake?
Yes, I can see what looks like a barrel or a chest. Either way, I want to know what's in that. Plus, I want to peek around the corners, make sure it's clear. Something looks like wood bound in metal straps.
Yeah, well, this is just a barrel itself. You have it looks like the barrel you're looking at looks like a very old barrel. It's cracked. Most of the wood is rotted away. It's basically just two metal strands just holding little pieces of wood together. Then you have what looks like a very old chair from years ago. Like
So no ale.
Nah. Well, I'll tell you what. You want some ale, brother? Roll me a nature check. Wait. Yeah, do survival, actually. Do survival. Do a survival check for me. Roll more than 12.
Oh, boy, oh boy.
We'll see what
And
happens.
I lost. Let's see here. Doot.
Actually, you failed that deck save from before. As you had, it was supposed to be, you said you had a 13, but that was the advantage roll. Oh, wait a minute, did I give you, I might have.
Yeah, you said.
Okay, good, okay. Good. Okay.
Because of.
Awesome. That's right. Because you found the thing.
Let's see here. Pull up.
Give me that survival roll.
There we go. Survival. No, somehow I lost that window. Survival.
All right. You kind of try to check to see if the barrel has any left of any residue of any drink or anything. Excuse me, that could be turned into drink. All you can see inside there is old. It's dry as a bone. You even look to see if maybe something had saturated into the wood, but there's nothing there. It's just an empty old barrel.
No flavor left in the splinters.
No.
Got to push further to find something good in here.
And Yamil was searching the shields, so let me give that to him. As you begin to move the old dented shields, a rat quickly scurries out of the darkness, only to disappear back into it. The heavy corrosion of the shield causes some to crumble into a fine red powder at the slightest touch. Scanning the debris, you see little of use, but a small piece of parchment captures your eye. Scrawled in, obviously someone here speaks Dwarven. Scrawled in what you recognize as Dwarven is what appears to be blood are the words Liberatis Sulo Me. Now, because do you know Dwarven, Yamil?
Common and Draconic. So
Then you're gonna have to.
Share it with my compatriot or companion.
Okay.
Read it out loud.
All right. So you know, Mr. Dwarf Cleric, that Jake, that this actually says, you know, it's a saying in Dwarven, you know all too well. It means save yourselves. And there's also, remember that pile of sand on the floor? You've got that big pile of sand, and you got the dusty shields. Javier is looking around. It's not so bad anymore. You know, I was thinking that we'd be dead within a few seconds. Perhaps this place is okay. You see, he's sweating profusely, just, dripping all over. All right, so
I guess we have sand and bones on the floor.
And Javier, have you ever been here before?
no, are you crazy? How do I usually know? I am most of the time a dung farmer. You know, I go to the farms, I get to scoop out the poop, I put it in the backs of my thing, and then I sell it to other farmers to use as fertilizer. The only reason I'm coming down here is because you paid more than I've ever dreamed in my life. 10 gold pieces just to come down here and dig for you. But now I'm realizing maybe it was not enough. Oh, my wife is going to be so angry if I die. Do you know how much it will cost her to bury me? She would be pissed.
So I turned to my.
You're already
dwarven
in the
friend.
tune.
Yeah, we're already here. Turned to my dwarven friend. What do you make of these bones?
What do I make of these bones? Do these look like people interred long ago or someone who fell recently?
Give me, whoever wants to look at the bones, give me an investigation check.
Look at the bones.
You can tell, looking at the bones, that one of the pile looks like a pile of old half-elven bones. You can tell by the way the femur is that because the half-elves are slightly taller than normal elves, but slightly smaller on average than humans, that their femur is shaped just a little bit different. So your keen investigative eye is able to discern that. And then the other pile of bones, strange as it seems, you can actually tell, and I always pronounce this word wrong, so forgive your DM, Azamir. Because you can tell looking at them that even though they basically almost rotted away, you can still see a few of the wing bones left. So it looks like you can't tell who they are, what they were there for, but whatever it is, they met their end right here in this room, right near the entrance. Do you want to tell your compatriots that, or tell Javier?
One half elf, one Asimar. Dead for some time.
Dead? Who dead?
Well, they're bones. They
Oh.
weird you.
Oh my god.
They're just be respectful in their resting place.
Ah.
I guess we should take a look at anything else amongst those bones. Any sign of equipment or
As you can tell,
any sign that they might have been pelted with dozens of arrows or something.
you can tell from your investigation that it does look like some of them possibly died by arrow shot. There is nicks in the bone, as well as on the Azamar, that looks like it was actually died more of from a direct blunt trauma, possibly a mace. So you can't tell, mace, hammer, maul, but it looks like a direct bash. The skull had caved in the skull of the Azamar all that time ago.
So while he's doing that, are there any, Javier mentioned that people were coming through here before. Any footsteps or any kind of trail that we can pick up on and see what path they took?
Go ahead and give me a perception roll. Where are you searching for the path for?
Towards the next door.
Okay. Give me a perception roll. What you get there? You really can't pick up any. There's a lot of footfall. You do notice it seems like there is recent footfall, but you can't tell how many. But there does seem to be like there has been traffic through here recently. Some of the prints, obviously, like I said, there's so many that overlapping that it's hard for you to tell exactly what they are. But there are tracks of some kind.
Well, looks like most people make it this far at least. Do we have any other business in this room?
Take a look at this dust. Is it just thin dust? Is any sign it might be covering a whole
Well, it's a big pile of sand, like a mound of sand. About a foot, about 2 feet high, just this huge mound of sand.
I suppose we should carefully poke through that a little bit to make sure there's nothing buried in there that's a problem. Anything from trap to centipedes of unusual size or some such. Don't like leaving unknown things behind me when I go down
So
further.
So I have a spear. I can, yeah,
Just
prod it with that.
see if there's anything under there besides normal floor.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's doing the searching of the sand?
I can do it with the spear, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead as you plunge, as you begin to poke it with the spear, large grains begin, you can feel like, pushing the sand's heavy because it's kind of wet. It's shifting to and fro from your search. After a moment, your spear tip kind of like you barely able to hear it, but it's like a clink, like ding. And it's something like hard. Then your spear kind of goes over it. It's like because you were going to and fro, you went ding, but then obviously since you were still in a motion, you kept going, but you heard something, a little dink in the sand.
Looks like
We're
the
paying
spear-
Javier to dig?
Yeah, see,
Get the shovel.
Is he the one with the shovel, the pick?
yeah, he got the shovel. Javier got the shovel. See, senors, there is digging to be done.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait.
Could be more money under here.
Here, money. Oh,
Could be.
oh. So Javier he's with Ernest. He starts digging. Oh, I like the money. Oh, I like the money. Oh, I love the money. And he's digging. He's just digging and digging, and then all of a sudden he clinks. Oh, what's this? And he puts his hand. Oh, I think I found the money. It sounds like a metal. And he puts his hand into it, and as he grasps, wait, I'm grasping something. Oh, it feels like a little metal, but also feels like a little bit like a wet. And he pulls his hand out, and it's a ring, but it's still attached to the finger. And Javier just like drops it and just runs behind you. Senor! And he like,
A soul finger has never hurt anyone.
it hurt the person who lost a finger!
Fair enough.
Well, I suppose we should
you like to
examine
inspect it?
this.
Yeah.
Yes, let us remove the ring from the finger and see if there's any sign of it being special or valuable.
Javier sees you touch the finger, and he kind of like puts his hand to his mouth like he's about to throw up, seeing you touch the finger. All right, normally, obviously, we'd have to do identify, but since we don't have identify,
You don't have a... I'm
yeah,
checking.
yeah, so we're going to do DM magic, and you are able to tell without rolling, because I don't want you not to have this. You can tell by your experience that you've heard of rings, looking in books. The warlock, Jake, you're the warlock, or Yamil's the warlock?
Yes, the warlock.
Okay, Yamil, you're able to tell that from studying, even though you're just a first level warlock, you always had an interest kind of in magical weapons and magical properties, and you're able to discern already that this is a ring of protection +1.
Excellent.
Javier looks up after he's puking. Is the ring a valuable?
It's useful. It's very practical.
Ah,
How well armored do you look, cleric?
Looking, it says 18. I believe I am in plate.
Yeah, much higher than me.
No, I am in chain. It's okay. Chainmail. And yeah, I'm going to click this. Advantage on saving throws poison. Okay, I already have advantage on saving throws against poison, resistance to poison damage. What am I getting 18 from? I see chainmail and shield. Okay. I am probably better armored than you, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm at 12.
You are primarily a spellcaster. Perhaps you should put that on, and we'll just reassure Javier that this is something that will help us keep him safe.
Absolutely. I put
Right.
it on. Any funky business?
are you talking to Javier?
No curse.
No. Yeah, I put the ring on.
Oh, okay.
To the DM. Yeah.
Oh God, how cruel would I have to be at level 1 and curse y'all?
Curse you in the first room.
And even worse, there's only 2 of y'all. So now I curse one of y'all. It's like, yeah, go through the rest cursed.
It's already cut off one finger.
Hey.
So.
That's true. But no curse, normal protection +1. As you slip it on, you don't feel any adverse effects or anything like that.
So we pretty well searched this. You've looked at those shields. Were they
Yeah, that-
ordinary looking shields? Dusty,
Yeah, that's
scratched.
Right. It only had that parchment.
Oh, the graffiti warning to save ourselves. Well, there you go. You're getting a +1 to saving yourself. We have the ring.
Prophecy has been completed.
Yes, it's fulfilled. It's fulfilled. Javier's like, if the ring is valuable, perhaps we could go now. I mean, you found what you wanted, right? That was the ring?
No, we're looking for a
Hammer?
hammer.
What hammer?
A better one than this. I've got my hammer on my belt.
Oh, looking for a hammer.
This a normal looking torch that we see flickering in the corner?
Mm-hmm.
See, Javier, that's a clue that if the dead had arisen and walked around in here, that they wouldn't need to light a torch to see.
You ought to.
More the work of an ordinary goblin or tomb robber that might have come down here.
Oh, you are smart. Smart indeed. Smarter than all Javier, that's it for sure.
The kind of people who light torches to see, they can be killed. I pat the, they can be driven away. Pat my crossbow.
Good.
This weapon rack here.
Oh, that's just there because, out of character, that's just there because of that kind of went with the dented and rusty shields and weapons.
Okay.
So, I really didn't have rusty swords.
So, did we have 2 doors left and right?
There's one door in front of you. If you look in front, there is basically, it's a portcullis. It's not even a door. The portcullis is down, but it looks like a very old, rusted portcullis. Most of the metal seems to be thin. Some of it's already broken away. If that's what you see to your left, which, on the screen.
Yes. I guess we should go peer through that and see whether... Make sure there's no one waiting on the other side.
All right.
Of course. Let's glance.
Does it just look like a hallway?
So you're just gonna go, let me go ahead and move you over there. Hold on, I'm gonna move both y'all over there. Are y'all just, I shouldn't ask this because this is being too nice, but are y'all sneaking or stealthing or anything?
The best I can in, as a stumpy dwarf in chainmail.
Okay, give me some stealth rolls. Both y'all give me stealth rolls.
I'm not, Oh, well, apparently I'm a very quiet dwarf in chainmail with a 20.
I have to say, you look very practiced, moving around in armor so quietly.
Well, this is just like home for me. It's nice, cozy, underground. It needs some sweeping, but other than that, it's perfectly nice underground home here.
All right.
You call it a fixer-upper?
Yeah, that's it's an opportunity.
You would want to live down here? What, are you insane? Oh my god, I'm with crazy people. A crazy dwarf
Dwarves
and a crazy half dragon. What is wrong with
my
me?
friends live underground. Many, and many of the dragonkin enjoy caves and caverns.
Oh, we got to get Javier. I forgot to put him behind you. Let me get Javier. He ought to be hanging out with you.
I think I see another barrel. Maybe this one will have ale. I guess I've got a reasonably decent strength. I can sort of give a little push to that portcullis and see if it lifts on its own, or if we're gonna need to. Also,
Let me
keeping
help
an
you
eye
with that
on
as well.
keeping an eye on that torch. It's sometimes
me-
portcullises have levers or hand wheels or cranks, and sometimes those are disguised as things like torch sockets. So
Give me a. Both y'all are feeling mighty stealthy, but give me a. Since y'all are close to that door now, and you said you wanted to see if you could hear anything before, give me a perception check, please. Okay. Jake, you don't really hear anything.
no,
You don't hear a thing.
that's a 6.
Yamil, you kind of begin to hear this, but you obviously can't hear this, Jake. You hear what sounds like.
You cheat! Stop cheating!
I'm not cheat. You cheating! Put down your cards, or we're not playing, and you're gonna get the wallop.
He cheated. He cheated us all. Take his coin. Take his coin.
No! You pay up now! Play fair!
And it sounds like guttural sounds. It sounds like multiple guttural animal grunts. You can tell they're actually speaking common, but it just sounds like, again, this animal gruntish sounds.
Pay!
And there's like this argument going on where they're yelling back and forth these animal-like voices. Pay up, cheating.
Dwarven companion, I hear. Whoa, that came out. I say, I hear. We have maybe three voices on the other side.
Is there any way we can get this portcullis open without it scraping and squealing and shrieking of metal sounds?
Hey Javier, will you try that torch over there? See if it's a lever.
Senor, but if I touch the torch, what if it has a trap on it? I'd be very scared. I don't want to die down here. I tell you what. I use my shovel to push a torch. Let's see what happened then. Say Javier goes over to the torch and he kind of like gives it a little push, and lo and behold, it kind of does indent, and the portcullis kind of comes up. Luckily for you, it's not extremely loud because the guys are you still hear the yelling at this point.
Now you pay!
And it's kind of become like almost like a little scuffle, where the other one's,
No, don't stop it!
So something's happening now as that portcullis has gone up.
Maybe the bad guys will kill each other
Yeah.
and sort themselves out. So we know other people from town have come down here and gone missing. So anyone left alive down here is probably up to no good. We can infer that if we kick in the door and kill these people on sight, we're not the baddies.
What a great logic. What a logic. Our murder is justified murder. It's okay, guys. All right.
Well, these are
Logically.
lawless lands.
Sounds perfectly justified to me.
Do y'all tell Javier about the sounds?
So yeah, someone else is down here.
What? No.
Nope. Stay
He
right
puts his
here,
he covers his mouth.
and they won't hear you. Maybe he should just sort of stand next to the, I don't know, opposite the torch, so he doesn't cast a shadow.
I think that's a good idea. I stand right
Stand
back
around
here.
the corner.
A very good idea. I stand back here, senor. You go ahead and you let Javier know it's there.
They can't see you.
Find your hammer.
Yeah. Are the voices coming from that door to our right?
Uh,
Oh,
You had a perception to hear the voices. I'd say you can't really discern exactly where it's. You just know there's voices coming from that direction in front of you. Exactly if it's coming to the right or left, you're not able to perfectly discern that yet.
And in front of us, it looks like another old barrel. And is that a statue?
It's a bas relief, like something carved into the wall.
Anything of great significance, or just?
Well, from what you can see here, you just see that carving into the wall, and you see a door, and you see it looks like a broken barrel.
I would like to
suppose-
approach the. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so I suppose we should sneak up to the door and see if that's where the voices you heard were coming from.
Okay, so we're staying stealthy.
Yeah, stealthily, and then ear to the door.
All right, so you're moving to the door. I've got to do some rolls real quick then. Hold on. You had your stealth is a 15 and a 20, so these is you're probably going to still be stealthed out, but let's find out.
I sure hope our companions join us soon.
All right, nope, because their passive perception's only a 10. So as you walk in there, you're still healing.
Hungry. I want some meats.
No, you just have maggoty bread. You're the cheater. Why should cheaters get meats?
Deserve the meats. I was the one that caught the humans. I killed them all, and I shaved off the little bit of meat on the sides. I want to die.
I want the foot. I like the toes. And then you see these 4 orcs. They're sitting around kind of arguing. They haven't noticed you yet.
I hear moral clarity.
Well, yeah, you're ready. Now you can kill, right?
Yeah.
Now I can kill with impunity.
Hey, they're cannibals.
Wow.
I have not personally cannibalized anybody yet.
So there was four orcs. One of the orcs doesn't even speak. It's just sitting there.
If there's one that looks biggest that is up on their feet and they haven't seen us yet, I believe that means surprise advantage.
Yes, it does. If they haven't seen you, you get that surprise and advantage. That's one round.
The
Obviously.
one I would least like to be hit by is the one I would aim for.
All right, we got to get a view so you can see where you are. I don't know if you can
Take
see
me down
yourselves.
first.
Oh, we can see you. Okay, you're right there. All right. All right, we'll just aim the camera a little bit down in a second.
There's a great big brazier in the corner, then we'd be on the opposite. We'd be in the shadow.
Oh, let me turn that on too. I forgot to turn that on. Can you turn that brazier on? That little fire pity thing? Yeah, it's like a little switch. Just turn it on. Thanks. Thank you, JC.
Giant hand has appeared.
Giant hand. Mage hand! It's Mage hand! Or Big B's clenched fist. Big B's clenched fist has come into the game. Who knew we were in Greyhawk? Alright,
Goodness, should I have cast something to begin with?
Alright, so
New
they
character.
haven't seen you just yet. That means you get off your attack right now with surprise. So what are you gonna do, my man? What's up?
Where's the meat?
Some were,
Salted
some were
pork.
seated and some were standing. I would think the one standing and close to us would be the biggest threat first, because
They're-
it reaches first.
Yeah, they're all standing around, kind of like arguing with each other. You had rolled in on an argument about, now you see, and as you come in, now you see what they're arguing about. There's cards that's laying, they're in the front of them. It looks like they threw the cards on the ground. So apparently they were arguing about a card game of some kind. And now they're arguing about food.
More meat. You have the salted pork.
Yeah, it's mine. You're not getting out of it. No.
So you want to attack that one closest to you.
Oh, shoot that one.
Shoot him with what? Shoot him, man.
Shoot him with a crossbow.
With a crossbow. Do it, brother. Shoot that monkey dude.
Oh, and that should have been, advantage, right?
Yep. Hey! 1 damage. Damn it. It just shit on you. It's like... Alright. Do you want to describe your attack, or do you want me to describe it?
With almost great precision and skill, I almost demonstrate the mastery of this weapon that almost is capable of killing an orc. From in the back at close range. For a surprise. Apparently I nick him in the shoulder or something as it bounces off.
My shoulder!
You see like a little, as your bow goes sailing through there, it hits him through the shoulder with that little nick. You see a little piece of his armor chink off from your bow thing as it strikes, and a little trickle of a cut, the little open flesh. You actually see a little bit of the bone, just a slight bit, because it was a deep gash, and blood begins to trickle down his arm as he grabs his arm. And now...
I need to switch to the hammer and shield now.
Yeah, Yamil, what do you want to do?
Do I get a bonus action on this surprise round?
I think I'm trying to remember if you get a bonus action during a surprise round. I can't remember.
So, oh, yeah. Let me double check those spells and see if any of them are bonus.
Well, if I do, I would like to cast Hex on the biggest one.
Let's see. Always never can remember. Nobody can give it. Let's try to get it right here. Darn it, guys! Sorry about this.
No worries. I wish I remembered, but I don't off the top of my head.
Such a limited.
If you're
spells.
surprised, you can't move or take an action on your first turn of combat, and you can.
Yeah, it affects them. We get a full normal round.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you get a full one. So just go ahead and get your bonus. I don't care. Just roll with it.
All right. Well, they need, or one of them is hexed, which hopefully would be the biggest one if there's like an apparent bigger one.
You want to just do the one that he just attacked?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying for.
They have, yeah, for simplicity, yeah, let's do that. And they have like disadvantage and all that good stuff on as part of being hexed, and I do extra 1d6 necrotic whenever I hit them with an attack. And then clear the way, dwarf. And I would like to use my breath weapon as a 15-foot cone out to the orc.
Yeah, I duck my head down. I'm short.
Oh, he also has disadvantage. That's pretty good. The target's disadvantage on ability checks made within the chosen ability. All right. Yeah, and whenever he hits it, he deals an extra 1d6 necrotic. All right.
Yep. And now, if you think they're all within 15 feet, like a 15-foot cone.
I can tell you right now. Hold on. I have a 15-foot cone.
Okay.
So 15-foot cone extending out, then 5, then 10, then 15.
I believe so.
Yep. Because that would be this then, where the peak of the cone, right here, if you can see me, that's 15 foot across. This is only going to be 5.
Gotcha.
All right. So you want to see the one that he attacked. Do a saving throw, you said?
Anybody that's within that 15-foot cone, they need to do a dexterity saving throw.
Get that one for sure. You get 2, not all 3.
Okay. That's fine.
2. Oh, did I just knock the camera over?
Yeah.
I see the ceiling, or something.
Sorry, guys. I don't know where he put that to, so now we're...
Looks,
Oh, yeah,
I can see them.
That's good.
Right. Sorry, a big boat shoe feet and my dungeon master outfit kind of gets in the way. All right.
The problem with robes.
You know, the trials and tribulations of being a DM, right? All right, so you got those two. So Orc 1 took 1 point of damage from, and 2 points, because that's right, because the necrotic. So let's do that. -1, 2. All right, and then Orc, they all need to do a what save again? I'm sorry.
Dexterity.
All three?
Well, no, you said only 2 of them were in the cone.
Okay, I didn't know if it was the one you hit too. Okay, so all those two, 2 and 3. Dex save 1. Dex save 2. Ooh, and it looks like they both failed.
They
Oh.
both fail, so
Excellent.
they take 2d6 plus the necrotic, so that's 3d6.
Damn.
So they take 10.
Woo! All right, so those two guys take 10 points of damage. Ouch. Well, they're still up. Do you want to describe your attack, or do you want me to describe it?
You can go ahead.
All right. As you see Yamil steps forward, you know, in front of the dwarf, he kind of pushes the dwarf aside, like, you know, watch this. And as you do that, you see your tendrils begin to wisp and form within your fingers, and your fingers themselves begin to turn black, and then your face kind of draws out from the necrotic. Death itself seems to be touching you and coming and working its power through you. Then you form this ball of black, seeping, dripping death in your hand, and as you push this ball of black energy light towards all three of the orcs, the first orc, of course, he took the 1 necrotic, and then the two other orcs, they failed their saves, and because of that, you see the necrotic, this energy begins to come over them. It seeps into their skin. One of the orcs' eyes begins to rot and turn white as it goes blind, and falls right out of his socket as it. The other, its teeth begin to rot as literally death and age are beginning to take their effect, and they take this massive damage. You see the arm itself, also the skin begins to fall and blacken as it looks like they've had damn it, I can't remember what it's called. when you have that rot in your hand. You know, the skin falling off. But you get the picture. All right, so those guys, did that one other orc doesn't take the damage. He only takes the 1 hit point. It's the 2 that failed that take it, right?
So the ignore the 1 hit point, because like that's like if I attack him.
All right.
So it's just the ones that failed the dexterity, the ones that were within the cone.
Okay, so then that other one does take it. I have to do a dex save on that final one too, because it was the one you hit. I thought it was. I was like, it's kind of weird that it wouldn't damage those two, so let me make sure.
Right.
All right, let me do a dex save. Come on, pass.
He needs.
He passed. He passed.
Yeah, he passed.
All right, so that one, he kind of shakes, your energy tries to fall over him, but he shakes it off, and you see it just dissipate and fall into the ground, and smoke rises from the stone as the black energy drips onto the stone itself. All right. So now they have obviously seen you. So let's. My arm! And the other ones are melting. Now the other one that hasn't been touched, the one that was like, and it gets its weapon out. All right, let's roll some initiative here. I already rolled my initiative, and if you don't believe me, they're legit rolls. You can look back in the chat, and you will see my initiative rolls in the chat. I would suggest you don't look though right now, because it will destroy part of the mystery. All right. So Yamil got 4.
Is that all right? Since we don't have a token to select, I just clicked initiative.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's all you do is you click initiative, and it rolls it in the chat. You can see it in your chat right now.
Yeah. I know
All
if
right.
you when you're playing with the Roll20's tabletop, you click the token, you can get initiative gets added to the tracking order automatically.
Well, it looks as if, Jake, you are going before Yamil. But before you go, you've got Orc 1. You can look back again in the chat to see the legit rolls here. Orc 1 is 18, Orc 2 is 11, Orc 3 is 12, and Orc 4 is 18. I rolled very high initiatives. So the first Orc is going to go for... Because the other two obviously are reeling. So the first one is going to go for... Well, fourth one, I should say, but same thing. He's going to go and attack Yamil. Because Yamil did the most damage with that horrible necrotic burn. Great axe. He's going to... How close are they? Let's see how close I am, if I can get up close to you. I would not be able to make it to you, so he is going to move. And then attack from a ranged attack. He can make it. It was 6. He can make it right to you. Yeah, 6. Okay. He can make it. 1 melee attack. He's gonna try the guy who doesn't speak, the one you didn't hit. He's gonna try to do a nice attack here. What did you? Oh, well, I know that hits. Oh, oh my God! The first one had to be like brutal. Oh, come on, man. I'm not a player killer too. If you watch my streams, I hate killing players. I hate it. I feel terrible. Like they're my friends.
There's a bunch of other characters listed here.
Yeah.
If we start back over at the beginning.
Wait,
one Dragonborn has a ring on his finger.
One comes running in, and all of a sudden it's okay. All right. Well, Yamil, does that take you down?
10 other characters that we can pick up and bring in.
If you just want to use the other characters and control them, I'll let you do that. I have miniatures for them. If you just want to say, hey, we want to pick 2 more characters and each one of y'all control 2 characters or something, we can do that too. It's up to you.
My odds also just changed, so.
Yeah, because all of a sudden, 13 points of damage probably brings one of y'all down. That's a vicious attack.
I'm down. Yeah, I only had 9.
Jesus Christ. All right, so we'll just play this out, though. Yes, you try to burn friends. Oh, wait, no, he can't talk. That's right. He kind of looks at you gleefully. Now, this attack is brutal. This orc comes running up. That great axe comes out, and you try to, turn around to get away, but the great axe, it doesn't cut you like that, forward. It gets on your back and it shaves the skin off your back as you tried to get out of the way of the axe, but you weren't. It just hits the top of your spine and shaves the flesh. The ribs and the spine are exposed as the flesh itself is hanging, still attached to the armor, because you have to remember your armor is tied with leather straps. So you have a big chunk of flesh just bleeding and hanging off, and the armor is clinking. And Yamil just kind of walks forward. He looks at the dwarf. Help me, and just goes down right there. All right, so
My last word: fly, you fools!
fly, you fools, fly. All right, so we're gonna do some death saves in a minute. All right, so now the other orcs, we're gonna do. They're kind of reeling from the damage, so they're gonna roll with disadvantage. They're gonna try to the ones that are gonna roll up and try to attack a great axe. Come on! All right, good. He missed. One missed because I know they all can reach you. So let's. Can the other one reach? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think the other one can. Hold on. 2. I only think 1 can reach. Here, cleric. I cannot believe the first damage roll was almost like max damage. No, he can't reach. This one is the only one that can reach them. Just this guy. These other two, they kind of are hanging back there, and they're gonna try good old ranged combat. But this one rolls up on you with his great axe. He had missed. Okay. And you said he rolls with disadvantage because he was hexed anyway. All right. These other two go to roll. They're javelin attacks, ranged. First 10.
Nope.
Second 19.
That does hit. I have an AC 18.
All right. What's your? I can't. Freaking high ass rolls tonight. I can't believe it for today.
Piercing. I'm still up.
All right. Oh, wait, he rolls with they roll all disadvantage. That's right. So hold on. That's right. Oh my God! Come on, man!
But if we count that one, that's less damage. So there you go.
All right, we'll do that one. Jesus Christ!
Haggling with the fates.
Like I try to help you all out. It's like, oh, we'll give you a higher roll, DM. It's like, here, take a 22. What, max damage, crit? All right, so you take, let's do this. So the other orcs, the first orc, he comes up with his great axe. You had saw the skin that was hanging off the back of your friend. You see him fall to the ground. It's still shooting up. The arteries are actually shooting up blood through his back. It's bubbling. It's not so much shooting into the air, but it's bubbling out of his back and going across his spine and flowing onto the ground. You see this, and you're like, oh my God, and your reflexes, I guess, just kicking a little bit faster. The next orc comes with his great axe. He goes to swing it down, completely just whiffs. You're able to lift your leg up as he was trying to hamstring you, and you're able to just lift it up as he goes swinging around and loses his balance and kind of falls to the wayside. At that moment, one javelin comes. You are able to see the other javelin and go like this and just have it where the javelin goes past you and clicks into the wall. You hear the pounding and the break of the wood as the javelin slams into the old stone, and bits of stone and mold fall off the wall of the old tomb itself. But the other javelin, you just weren't fast enough. You've dodged 2 attacks, but that third one comes, and this one is a mean one. It hits you right in your pelvis, not in your actual groin, but the side of your pelvis, right underneath your kidney, and it goes in and it pushes through the bone itself, so you can feel that the javelin spear is in your bone now, crunching and turning. The blood begins to pour profusely and actually pours onto the wood and drips off the end of the javelin as you're sitting there with this javelin in your hip. All right. So now it is top of the round again. And I think I have to roll for those orcs, right? Every round for Hex. Because there's...
Is it the start of their turns? Or?
Yeah, it's the start of their turn. Because pretty sure. Let me go back up. Hex.
Down, so I think it's gone into concentration.
Oh, that's too bad. I was trying to be nice. You weren't supposed to say that. Damn you and your honesty. Damn you and your good player honesty. You could have taken advantage of the DM. All right, well, do a death in a moment. All right, so this one orc, he turns around because he has his 18 here. Oh, wait. Did y'all... You didn't get to do your attack. I'm sorry. Did you get to do your attack, Jake?
Oh, I have not attacked for the second round.
Okay, so go ahead, attack for the second round, because...
My problem now is, of course, that the action economy, as they say, is upside down on us. I can hurt multiple of them this round, or I could hurt one of them much more, or I can get the companion up. I cannot kill them all, and I'm going to continue to take damage if I stand here and try to fight them alone. But if I, if you want to bring a fighter or a barbarian in,
yeah, one of the barbarian is a half. What if one of those guys has a change of heart?
And at that moment, you hear a rushing yell, a clink, and in comes a half-orc barbarian.
okay, I might not.
What is this? Always keen for a fight? Ah!
Half-orc barbarian appears right next to the cleric, ready to fight.
Okay.
Shut up and take that Deus Ex Machina, damn it.
Yes.
If you want to live, you better be happy with that weak narrative.
In that case, I'll raise the. You're good for one more round at least, even if you roll a 1. I'll get you back on your feet in a minute. Yeah, take over Jaegering this half orc, and I'll. Now my choice is: there are 2 orcs, enemy orcs next to me.
Well, you have that one orc that's standing right next to you. Can you see it at the screen?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was
Okay.
that one previously uninjured?
The one standing next to you, hold on, that is Orc 1, because that was the closest one that came down. And then the other one came to him. And that Orc 1 has... They all have... He's been injured, yes. I don't want to say how much, but he has been
You
injured.
just got to choose between Word of Radiance and Toll the Dead. There's another one right there. If I were to shift by 5 feet over, I think I'd be...
Yeah, there's
chasing
another
2
one.
of them at once.
There's another one right next to Yamil, because Yamil went down, obviously, but he's
I
there.
don't want to be between them, but if I could get adjacent to both and cast Word of Radiance.
And then we can't... I might aim the camera a little bit better, because I can't see your dwarf that well. Can you see your dwarf? Are you okay?
I might be better off doing Toll the Dead, actually. Higher damage and a wisdom. These guys are more likely to fail a wisdom save than a con save. I'll Toll the Dead, the one that's adjacent to me.
Toll
If
the
he's
dead?
already injured, if he's already injured, that's a D12 instead of a D8.
Well, you have 3 that got that nasty injury from the necrotic damage, so you do have that. So you got that
Toll the
injury.
Dead. I do want to Toll the Dead, the one that's closest to me, because I want to even up my odds a little bit here. Is
Well,
this
do
set
it.
up to roll? You have to make a. Well, first he has to make his
Okay, gotta make a save here.
con save.
I have one of my evil players who used to love Toll the Dead, man. He used that thing. That was his. These orcs have a high con, unfortunately. Oh, I think they
Toll the
failed.
Dead, I think Toll the Dead is wisdom.
Oh, okay, use the con. I'm
Is that right?
sorry. Yeah, I just read it. I'm about to
Yeah.
say, okay.
Word of Radiance is con, and Toll the Dead is wisdom. That's why I went with Toll the Dead. I figure they have a good con.
All right, so it's
Perhaps
wisdom.
not so good wisdom.
Well, they're orcs. Ooh, I'm pretty sure that's a fail.
There you go.
Okay. So,
So, and if he's already injured, it's 1d12.
and they have disadvantage on their ability rolls anyway. Because, oh no, that's right, that's off because he's down.
Yeah, and it technically isn't supposed to apply to saves, which is weird because I don't know why they did that. It would be far more useful in combat if it. I think I just have to roll. Well, I don't know. Is this one set up to do? No, it's not set up in here, but I can do it as a.
You can just do a normal roll. Just
we
yeah, there you go.
D12 roll.
Is there any bonuses on that? Just straight 1d12?
Don't believe so. I get all kinds of bonuses to my healing, not so much to my unhealing.
All right. All right.
If I live to 5th level, I'll get another die.
All right. So you take off 4 damage. He is severely hurt. Do you want to describe your attack?
I call upon the holy power of the blessed anvil of the dwarven gods and begin just pulling the energy out of him in a gruesome reversal of the act of healing.
Ooh, so you life forced him like that movie Life Force?
Pull the life energy right out of him.
You see, like, as you do that, like this light, like in the movie Life Force. I know we're all old, so we've all seen that movie. Don't lie like you haven't. You're old. We all are. All right, so the energy begins to come out, and it sinks. Just begin. As you're sucking the life out of him, and he begins, please, I yield, please. He begins to beg and cower and drop his weapons. He's severely injured, blood pouring profusely. This guy is hurt. He's drained. Please, mercy. All right, so he's begging.
Opportunity to intimidate the others too. I don't know. That may take a separate action.
Tell you what.
Give him a bit of who's next.
Yeah, give me roll intimidation for me. Get above a 15.
Who's next?
Get a 15 so you can RP your violence.
Not so
okay.
much.
You try to talk.
We're not scared of you. We just cut down your friend. And you think that little half-orc barbarian's gonna help you? We're gonna kill him too. Or her too.
Then the other was, then we'll get our mates and we could cook mates. All right. So the first one, Orc 1. He's terrified. He's begging. He begins to try to run. So take a attack of opportunity from the half orc and the cleric. Both get attack of opportunity. He drops his weapon. He's trying to run. Bam. All right.
17 with 8 damage. There we go.
All right. So he goes down. You want to describe your kill? How you slaughtered your foe?
See, I was prepared to accept his surrender, but when he gets up and tries to run back and join the others, it's like, not so fast. Having already... I gotta remember, oh my god. By the power of the hammer. Clunk.
Alright, so...
He's wearing a helmet, I want to ring it like a bell.
You can ring my bell. You can ring my bell. Alright, so you do that, his head just splatters. Like inside, you see the head crinkle like an egg where his teeth are coming out, but the little juices are just flowing down from the bottom of his crashed in helmet.
Right there.
The other ones kind of look a little bit nervous, but they're not intimidated. Alright, so he's gone. It is now Orc 2's turn. He's going to turn towards towards Jake, because Yamil is down. He's going to turn towards Mr. Jake and do an attack here. Oh, get my darn roll 20. There you go. There you go. DM moment there. So he takes his great axe.
You slaughtered friends? Now I slaughter you.
I think I accidentally rolled twice there, guys. If I did, the second roll doesn't count. It was a 10, my first roll, so that's a miss. I assume it's a miss. I assume it is. All right, so he takes, as he talks smack and he comes rolling, he takes his great axe and he comes down with a large looping cut. You notice that he's off balance when he's doing that. He's going to be forced to extend all that energy just coming straight. As he does that, you notice that you in the space between the wall isn't that great, but you would literally just take your foot and push it in between a crevice of the wall to get away and jump off the wall a little bit and land back in the same spot as the axe goes underneath you.
Stay still, little one. Let me smush you. Smush, smush.
All right. So he misses. You gonna let that orc talk shit to you like that? Damn. Oh, wait, do we lose everybody? Is everybody still here?
Clank it into Silverbeard's power.
Oh, we lost her.
We'll cut him down.
All right, so Orc 3, they're going to attack with the javelins again. They're going to go after the half-orc this time. You know, they're still throwing up. Ooh! You're lucky they went after that half-orc this time, that first one. All right, so 25 as a crit. 5 plus 6. What is the AC on that half-orc barbarian? I mean, the hit points.
15.
All right, so it's down. The javelin goes sailing through the air. This half-orc that had busted through, you know, ready to help out, just sees that something's going on, ready for action. I don't even know if it wants to help. It's just coming here ready to slaughter. This javelin goes straight through, and literally, it just goes into the chest of the half-orc and comes out the back. You see the half-orc and breaks off the javelin piece and throws it down, and then pushes it, takes its thumb and pushes into the wound just like damn Rambo 3, and it pushes it right in and pulls out the javelin piece to the other side, licks the blood and throws it down. But you can tell that all that bravado still had a lot of pain. The next javelin is going to go after Yamil. I mean, Jake, because Jake is up. Damn, I'm rolling. Come on. What the F?
5. I still have 1 hit point.
All right, thank God. Dude, roll 20 must not like y'all or something, because all my rolls, I mean, like, 20, 25, it's insane.
I started with 12. I took 6. I took 5.
And obviously, you can't cheat roll 20. All right, so you got 5. The next javelin comes sailing across. This one is able, it passes by the half-orc because he's able to get out of the way. But this one hits Jake and hits him right in the side of the head. It doesn't go through his head. His skull is just hard enough, but you see a huge chunk of flesh rip up out the side, and his eye begins to just come out of his socket just slightly because it cuts that flesh in front. You see Jake try to push his eye back in, and you see the little strands of muscle that are still connected to the eyeball itself, you know, tethering itself as he begins to try to push and adjust the eyeball back in the socket with the crushed and sliced orbital.
Occupational hazards.
Yeah. If Dungeons and Dragons, let's be honest, if Dungeons and Dragons were a real world, it would be freaking the worst hell ever. It'd be bad enough to live in a world that just had vampires or werewolves. Can you imagine a place that's like, all right, guys, vampires, werewolves, blah, blah, blah. The entire monster manual is outside your door. F that. I'm staying in the tavern. I'm never leaving, ever. To hell with this.
Survive that many mortal wounds. And, and over and over and over again.
You got 1 hit point though. 1 left. All right, so now.
So does the half-orc, I believe.
Yeah, they're all that one. No, 1 half-orc is dead. You killed him.
There's 3. Well, the half-orc who came in to join us.
Oh yeah. He's hurt.
1.
I haven't checked his hit points. I'm one of y'all controlling him. All right, so now it is Jake's turn. Or wait, did we roll? Actually, roll initiative for that half-orc so we know. Nah, think about it. Duh, my fault, guys. Oh, no worries there. With the 3. no worries there. Here I was concerned that we would have missed the turn.
Well, should I roll my death save?
Yes, when it's your turn. I don't think it's your turn yet.
So the orcs all just went, so...
Yeah, now it's the cleric's turn.
I think I was going before the orcs and then the dragonborn. So if the orcs all just went, I think he does get his save.
Well, I'll tell you in a second. Hold on. I'll know just in a second because y'all are at the top here.
Barbarians.
The warlock is 4.13. The cleric is 5.1 for initiative, and then Yamil is 4.13, and Jake, you are 5.1.
Somewhere in here he gets a...
Yeah, he's gonna get a absolutely. He's gonna get a death save. I'll tell you what, just to make it easy so y'all are happy, go ahead and do your death save now. No problem with me. It's not the end of the world. You know, go ahead and do a death save. Oh, well, that's a pass. That's definitely a pass one.
You always get that 20 and pop up. So
yeah, so you're now stabilized. You can take a potion or something if we had them, but that's about it. But you are stable. All right, so Jake, what do you want to do?
Ah. Well, if he's... Is he, I would like to get him up. If he is not up, if he's not awake. If he's only
Yeah,
one
he's,
save in,
yeah, he's stable.
is he stable enough? I need him awake. I guess I will cast my Cure Wounds upon the Dragonborn to try to get him to rejoin this fray.
All right, cast it up.
Which is, again, I don't know if that's set up for a one-click or not. Actually, it is.
I think you still have to roll. I can't be sure.
Now, is
There you go.
There should be 2 more also. So that's a D8 of 7 plus 3 is my wisdom bonus, but I also have Disciple of Life, so he gets an extra plus 2.
Roll it up. Oh, you get plus
no,
2.
wait. Actually, additional hit points equal to 2 plus the spell's level. So actually, he gets
13.
Plus 3.
So he gets 13.
He gets plus 3, yes.
All right, hook him up. 13 healing for the Dragonborn. He's up.
You ought to be. Well, that's full anyway. You started with 9, I think you said, right?
He is up.
Okay.
All right.
Now I
So,
go down probably if I get hit.
let's hope not. The cleric goes
1
down.
point left.
Party's over. Warlock, Mr. Yamil, what do you want to do? It's now your turn. Unless, do you want to move or anything, Jake? Do you want to stay where you are? You want to do anything?
1 slot. Goodness. I'm still the best armored. I should probably move. I should probably stay at least right behind. Is that? I'm trying to see here. I would need to be by the dragon. I think I have to be by the Dragonborn to cast that, don't I? It's not a ranged spell.
I think you are. You're like right on that one.
Yeah,
Well, you. Oh,
probably
wait a
been
minute.
over-touching.
I think you're catty corner. From what I can see right here, you're catty corner to the.
I can't quite see out of the corner there.
Let me move that. Can you adjust that camera? Just. Here, I got you. I got you. I know what to do. So you can see. Hold on. I got you.
I'm switching it anyway.
I know. He just wants this so he can see the dwarf. See his dwarf. That works.
At the very least, I would stay right behind him.
Yeah, you're catty
If I
corner.
had
so
more
you-
hit points, I would stay. I would shift into base contact with the.
You're not within melee range of the orc, but you are within touching distance of the Dragonborn and touching distance of the half-orc barbarian.
If the situation were better, I would want to slide over and take the hits because I'm more likely to. With my armor, I'd be more likely to not get hurt, as opposed to having the Dragonborn go down again immediately. But with only 1 hit point left, I don't know if it's worth me attempting that. So I'll probably just stay where I am.
All right. So it is then. What do you want to do, Mr. Yamil?
Do I roll another death save for?
No, you're up because he cured you. He gave you 10 hit points. So you're up with 13 hit points. He gave you 13 hit points. So you're up with 13 hit points.
Well, up with 9 because that's my max.
9. No, I'm sorry. 9. Whatever your max is.
I mean, wishful thinking. But I will Eldritch Blast the fellow in front of me.
What are you going to get him with?
Eldritch Blast.
All right, do it up. I already know that hits.
Hit and 5 damage.
All right, he's down. Do you want to describe how you killed him?
Getting back up to his feet, the Dragonborn calls upon the power of the Great Old One and his eyes glow, and similar to a breath weapon, eldritch energy spews forth from the mouth and just eviscerates the orc in front of him.
He kind of just goes out of existence, kind of like, you know, Doctor Strange when they got hit by, Dormammu. I've come to bargain. All right, so he is down. Another orc screams. You actually hear the echo even after he's gone. Like slowly trailing off into nothingness, letting you know you wiped them from existence. All right, so now it is the barbarian's turn. Whoever's controlling the barbarian.
Let me switch over.
Oh, let me get that orc off the thing for you too, so you know it's gone.
Well, is there another? I can't quite tell, but is there another orc here?
There
by
are
the
two still
doorway?
standing over there, but they're in the corner, I guess.
You got two right here. They're not in the corner. You got one here and one here.
All right, then the orc
Out in the middle.
The half orc will try and make their way over.
One. I don't do any of that double movement for catty corner. I don't do that crap.
Okay. I will go into a rage. Veins popping, wrestler looking, muscle flex. And
Sun's out, guns out.
exactly. And with a Conan-like great sword will come down upon the orc.
Do it, baby. Do it.
Maybe not so much.
So what's the,
2 on the die.
He doesn't get, and rage, you don't roll advantage. Do you?
Oh, it's 7.
Try to remember.
No, I don't hit with a 10, right?
No, you don't hit with a 10. And I don't think.
Only if he has.
Yep.
Unless
And I
he's
don't.
got some feet.
And I don't think you get and there's no advantage roll for you, so sorry about that. Do you want to describe your miss?
A little bit shaken and confused. The sword is too heavy for a moment.
All right. So the orc is able to just get out of the way. It actually bends over, and your greatsword kind of just goes kind of sideways over its side, just clipping a little bit of the orc's hair, but that's it. All right. So now it is back to the 2 orcs that are left. All right. First orc, so now that it's within melee range, it is going to try to attack. Melee, however the hell you sound. It's going to try to attack the barbarian right in front. That is a definite whiff. And then the second one, he's going to come around with his great axe as well. And you move that orc next to that half orc. You should see like a little, yeah. There's only.
I can't see.
I'll get it. The next great axe. That is a hit. Damn, that's a high roll. Gee, come on now. Y'all, the DM gods don't like y'all.
Half-orc endurance.
But and he's raged too, so he should be good to go. So
Well,
yeah.
wasn't he already down to about 1 point?
Down to 4.
4 points.
So that would do it.
Yeah, 6 points still takes him to. But he should have endurance to pop back up again.
All right, so he is down. The half orc goes down. Just.
Oh, no, it's relentless endurance. Yeah.
Oh, so he's up.
1.
So you see this brutal attack. You know, the half orc is able to dodge the first great axe. You know, you're astonished at the courage and the strength as this half orc just runs, rages. You know, sweat glistening. The first attack, you know, comes against the half orc, it misses. It's using its rage to just dodge this powerful attack. But the second one, and it's relentless fury. I guess it just wasn't paying attention. And this second one is able to get the top of its thigh, slicing down to the kneecap. Obviously, it doesn't chop the kneecap off, but you see the axe get stuck in its kneecap for a second as the orc twists it out of the kneecap, and the half-orc screams in pain as you hear the chunk, like a hard knocking sound, like as the piece of the great axe comes out with the actual piece of bone from the kneecap of this half-orc. It goes down, but then its strength just seems to be holding it up, but it's bleeding, holding itself, eyes glazing, seems to be listing over like something, it's almost over for it. All right. So that is the half-orc's turn. And now it is Jake's turn again.
Are all these orcs now at this point previously injured?
Yeah, they're hurting.
Moradin is my anvil, but Clangadin is my rock of battle. I will toll the dead again on the one that's directly in front of the the paladin, the barbarian. Sorry.
No, they're both at the same hit points, so whatever one you get, it doesn't make,
Yeah,
But do you want the one closest
dead.
to y'all or farthest from y'all?
Toll the dead, the one that's closest.
Closest, okay.
And
Wisdom save.
wisdom save,
Okay, wisdom, popping up some wisdom here.
DC 13. 20.
Oh my god. Dude, there's no way for me to hack roll 20. Okay, so if y'all thinking I've hacked roll 20 for these rolls, okay?
You're in their server right now, splicing wires.
Dude, I'm rolling on fire. I don't get, maybe it's because I'm up early in the morning playing, but dude, you should watch my programs. This is like on fire for me.
I needed that to work so that we would tip the balance back, because at the moment several of us are cruising on 1 hit point.
All right, so that the Toll the Dead obviously doesn't work with the critted wisdom.
Hit him with my hammer.
Meant to say you hit him with the hammer. I'm sorry. I don't know. Warlock, it's. You want to
for more damage.
Do you want to describe your miss?
I reach out with my inverse healing again and try to draw strength and power from him, and he apparently just shrugs it off and says, "Not today."
All right.
Not today.
Not today.
Death has come for you.
All right. So now it is Yamil's turn.
No, it hasn't. So,
No way.
yes way.
Yes way, Ted. All right. It's Yamil's turn now.
Alright, let's Eldritch Blast the closer one to the Dragonborn.
Okay.
With a 16 to deal a whopping 2 damage.
Oh, come on! Come on, you guys! Jesus! I'm trying to keep you guys alive! For the love of Christ! Roll some freaking damage! Damn!
That wasn't the Hex one by any chance, was it?
Yes! It actually, if you
Next back up.
Actually,
yes, it's back up.
oh, it's back up?
Yes.
Alright.
As your gift today
Just
for
those
playing.
2 more damage.
Your GARYCON special gift.
It's about to be a party gift if we don't.
Oh my god, and you rolled another 2, which means they still have 1 fucking hit point. I swear to God. Y'all. Oh, okay. Alright, that's down to 1. Alright, that he begins to beg for mercy. Oh, please! No. Actually, this was a different. Hey, mercy, sir! Oh, don't blast me with the angry blast no more, please! He's cowers. He drops his weapon. He's just standing there, right in front of the half orc, and everything. terrified as your blast. All right.
Lay down.
The next is the barbarian, and for God's sakes, don't roll a 1.
Is he going to ignore that one and move to the other one, or?
There we go. There we go.
There you go.
Which one you want to kill?
Should be hitting the other one.
Okay.
6 points of damage.
That does bring him down.
Rage, so that's 8.
They're down. That's down. You want to describe your kill?
This great sword above the barbarian's head comes crashing down and splits the orc in twain.
It tries to, like, you see its eyes, even though you've sliced it, one of its eyes are still trying to continue to move, to focus on you, even as it's peeling apart. And then it just keels over. The other one tries to run. Give me another attack. Or attack of opportunity.
Stay down.
All right, that one misses. So that orc goes running past Javier. Javier's like, not me! I do nothing! I'm not part of the fight! But it just pushes past Javier. And, you know, it's gone. Unless one of y'all want to take an attack of opportunity on it as it runs by y'all in your threat range. Go ahead, do it. Take an
Not even
attack.
stay down.
Take an attack of opportunities for both Yamil, because it does go through your threat range if it's going out the door. Is it?
Nat 20.
I
It's
missed.
down.
He doesn't make it to me. You take it down.
It doesn't even make it, it's just down. All right. So all the orcs are down. Javier's like, oh, senors, I think we should leave at this time. This isn't a lot of digging. Oh, no, I'm very scared, please. All right. And the half-orc says,
I also have a friend that's coming. Hold on. Oh. Pay no attention to the Deus Ex Machinas. Oh.
okay. And now you have another character that y'all can
I
control.
don't need that. Sorry.
So both y'all have 2 characters. This is the paladin. So now you got a paladin.
Paladin.
There you go. 4 characters. There we go. That's solid. You got a pally, you got a barb, you got a cleric, and you got a warlock. So y'all should be solid now. All right. And they introduce themselves. Hi, I'm Pally, here to help. So there we go. All right.
Just rest here for a moment. I can hold on to my last healing spell.
Well, I'm gonna just read this room.
Can you give me some lay on hands action?
Well, is there any chance we can short rest long enough to get... I can't heal both of us back from 1 hit point. I've already used 1. I only have 2 healing
All right,
spells.
guys. Sake of argument, everybody could take a long rest. Y'all got your full hit points back. I'm not.
We sleep here overnight.
Yeah,
There we go.
this isn't a weekly. This isn't a weekly game. We only have so many hours, so I don't want to be like,
Yeah, we're down
okay.
to the final hour.
Yeah, so go ahead and everybody's got their full hit points back, and we can. Let me tell you about this room. Upon inspection of this area, you notice that every 10-foot section of wall seems to have a carving of a demon relief into it. You also notice a skeleton lying on the floor, its slender arms stretched towards the western wall. This is the spot where the map claims that a corridor should be, but before you, all you see is old, moldy stones.
I think the skeleton is trying to tell us something. Look at the barrel, look at that box, look at the statues.
Barrel has some ale in it. Give yourself some ale to get drunk with.
Oh, yeah.
Not gonna even
I
make
take
you roll
a
for
good
it.
healthy sip.
Get your drink on, son.
I need something to wash that sand from the other room out of my mouth.
So you got your alky. Which reminds me, where is my medicine?
Got to look at Gotta look at these orcs. Is there anything of value? Some coppers we can toss to our excavator.
Yep. Don't even. Each one of the orcs, you search it. Each one of them has a javelin and a great axe, as well as 10 gold pieces. Not that you'll ever get to spend them. But enjoy your money. Order me monies, Mr. Crab. Order me monies.
There
Yeah,
we go. We take the 40 gold.
All right.
We'll toss this room. Paying attention to. Oh goodness, there's our pile of meat on the floor that used to be the previous adventurers.
Well, no, that's one of the orcs now. We'll say that's one of the orcs that you smushed.
And we know that the skeleton is pointing towards the wall.
Yeah, the wall, that would be here. Let me see if I can get there with my laser pen. Because the camera can't see it perfectly. Skeleton's pointing towards this wall.
I don't believe so.
I can kind of sort of see a green dart.
Yeah, I can kind of see it. Hold on, I'll aim it up a little bit more. You should.
If we want to go
better?
and
Is that
give
better,
it some
guys?
give it the old stone cunning look over.
Go ahead, whoever's investigating it, go ahead and give me an investigation check, please.
The stone's cunning, for whatever reason, says advantage on like the history of the stone, which seems like that ought to also apply to the.
Yeah, you get an advantage because you're a dwarf. So
Yeah,
go ahead, because you got
Seems like-
0.
there. How's that?
I've rolled
Otherwise
nothing
I
but
get -1.
I'm rolling nothing
So
but crits, and you're rolling a 0. What the hell?
Yeah.
All right, you are able to.
I think I should see the stone in front of me.
I think you should too. I do too.
I grew up in
All right, and
underground.
stone, the caves are your home. Inspection of the wall, you decide to look more carefully at the wall, and you begin to run your hands over the surface of the wall itself, looking for any loose stones or grooves, something that might indicate. After a few minutes, your fingers just catch the feeling of a small hole. As you peer inside the hole, you see a small button. Pushing the button causes a low scraping sound as the stone wall slowly slides to the left as you enter this area. The smell of feces and urine overwhelms your nostrils. You sense no one has been in this particular area for a long time. And let me open up your secret door. Now, Zelda sound. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Secret door open, you get the little Zelda sound. All right, so y'all are going in here. I will. Senor, are you sure this is the place? That place does not smell good. It smells like the bathroom at my house after my kids have been in it.
You said you were a dung farmer. You collect
Amateur.
dung? There's
Amateur.
a lot of good dung in here. I can smell it. This is like treasure for you, right? Yeah. Now that I've got my cleric feet back on,
Wanna be able
I'm
to see
gonna not worry about that crossbow anymore. I'm gonna keep the hammer out
Put it right there.
because I can
Perfect
toll
straight
the
shot.
dead for the same damage the crossbow does.
Discussing with my guy for a good shot for y'all because I had a good shot yesterday. I want y'all to see what's going on in this hallway.
Paladin carrying. Oops. Paladin is carrying.
All right, so before you, you can see, you can see a wire. and the hallway. We're going to get a better view for you in a second. But as you, like I said, as you went down this hallway, you noticed the smell of feces and everything else. And as you creep through the darkness, you begin to feel a dampness in the air and the smell of rancid water. It isn't too long. You can put all them in front of that log. It isn't too long before you come across the cause. A large water pit filled, or you think it's water, is stretched before you. How deep it goes and what lurks beneath it is anyone's guess. Normally, attempting to surpass such an area would be suicidal, but time has thrown you a leg up. You notice a large branch from the surface has fallen down through a shaft where the water is, or where the water, quote, water is supplied from, and is now wedged above a pit. A rope would prove useful here. What is that, senor? What? We might as well turn around. It's obvious we cannot go any further. Oh, well, too bad. You still have to pay. Oh, let us go, senor. No need to be here, right? Javier begins to pack up the stuff. I'll get your 40 gold pieces, and I'll load it up. Here we go. Walking back, my wife will be so happy.
Try to throw a rope over that branch while someone ought to probably poke into the water just to make sure there's nothing that's going to poke back.
What? You're going across? Oh, no.
The barbarian will poke with a javelin.
All right, as you poke it, the smoke seems to come up from the javelin itself. Like it smokes, and as you pull it back up, it's a acrid, acidy smell. And the javelin itself begins to melt.
It looks like nothing can be in there.
Javier, hand him another javelin from back in the room with the orcs. He can run and fetch one for us. there's extra there's spare javelins.
Not a problem, senor. I will go back.
You can have 4 to replace that one.
Not a problem. Oh, and I can sell? I keep and sell? Even though I don't help and fight? Oh, most generous. Javier begins to pet your arm. Oh, you're such a good man. So generous and good.
You know, we're gonna use those to kill whatever's up here. And take its treasure.
But you said it was not dangerous. There should be nothing up here. You said not dangerous.
We'll use them to find the acid.
Oh, okay.
I guess we're gonna swing across, eh?
All right, so each
think of it, the paladin ought to take an extra one. He's got 1 javelin. He should have 2.
So
Both have 2. Everyone who uses a javelin.
You got a javelin. He got a javelin. Everyone gets a javelin. Just look under your seats.
Yes. So let's. I guess we should try to swing across.
All right. So each person's gonna kind of. Do you have a rope?
Got a rope. We can just throw it over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got your ropes and one. Okay, good. So I think you have one in your Dungeoneer's pack.
Everybody's got hempen rope on their packs, probably.
Gotta have that hemp, baby.
Paladin has it. Cleric has it.
Can't be without that 420.
Barbarian has one.
Let's swing across.
All right. So each one of y'all, you grab the rope, and each one at a time, each one of you goes across this log pit, smartly using the rope and not trying to jump it at this moment, not being suicidal. Just have to wait for my assistant, then I'm gonna let him move the pieces up because they're gonna be going. Lonnie, that room, right? Oh, let me turn this on. One second, guys. We're just getting this nice setup for you. Feel free to RP amongst yourselves.
Just swinging back and forth on the rope, having fun.
All right. There we go.
You're so acrobatic.
Give me an acrobatics check to see if you can do rope tricks like you're at Circus du Soleil.
Oh, On second thought, I just let go as soon as I'm safely on the other side.
Say, probably the best idea not to Circus du Soleil above the pit of molten acidy filth. All right.
It's a bit bitter. I just want to move on once we get past it. Don't want
Yes.
to stay in fumes.
Seems like the wise idea. I'd have to agree. All right, so as you continue down this corridor, you come. Let me see if I can take that black thing off there. You come to an area of heavy moss and vines. As you push your way through, you enter an area that is awash with multicolored light. The source of this light is a snake orb with a pedestal in the center, and on the pedestal, right in front of your eyes, we're going to get there in a second, I'm going to adjust the camera, is your salvation, your dream, your fate, the golden hammer of Kaz, surrounded, and this golden hammer of Kaz surrounded by tons of treasure, gold bars, piles of gold coins, silver coins, copper coins, all the treasure you could ever want. Javier, oh, it cannot be! It is only a dream. Oh, do my eyes deceive me? Is that the hammer of Kaz? I will stay here, senor. There is nothing to fear, so I will watch your back. He kind of like backs up and goes back, kind of walks towards where the log pit was. That's about, it's a good deal behind you. And he walks toward, I will go watch the log pit to make sure that everything is okay. And Javier kind of walks back towards the log pit. But you see the hammer.
Watch the edge.
Right there, you see that hammer. In that room with tons of gold and just everything. Wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Once we get the camera there, you're going to see it. I promise. He's adjusting it now.
Seems completely legit. I think the 4 orcs would have just left this standing here.
Yeah, you can put him in the entrance to that room. Yeah, that's it.
Cleric says, hey, great, it's unguarded, let's go. The paladin will stop him and say, let's... he takes one of those spare javelins and just tosses it to where it will land near the hammer.
Oh, okay, so you just toss
the pile
it...
of treasure. Yeah, dude, like toss it onto the pile of treasure near the hammer and see, does it blow up? Does it evaporate? Does it disappear as it passes through an illusion?
Nope. As you throw the javelin over there, nothing happens. It just, plunks down, hits a pile of gold coins, and that's about it. You just see the gold coins scatter as the javelin just slides into the coins and now just arrests atop the coins. What, you don't trust me, guys? Come on. Seriously? A room?
Begin examining the stonework. Does it look secure? Are there arrow slits in the walls?
Give me an investigation.
Are there any texture errors where it looks like
Do I smell anything out of peculiar?
where the illusion might interface with the real wall as a giveaway?
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, I'm great at those.
Don't you hate when you talk shit and then it's like, oh man, I'm great at those. Oh,
Yeah, -1 to those.
right. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Your dwarven sense doesn't detect anything.
If there's... I guess we could walk up and pick up 1 coin from the nearest pile and see what happens. Before getting surrounded by whatever's in this room.
That's a lot of gold down there.
Let's pick 1 up and see what happens.
All right, you pick 1 up. Nothing happens.
Seems solid.
Seems
real.
seems real.
And the barbarian starts ransacking the place.
Whoa!
That goes in my sack.
All right, so you're all gonna start stuffing your pockets with gold.
Stuffing ensues.
Gold bars everywhere.
The warlock will try and
Ticking
look
those.
for a hammer.
The warlock will try to get the hammer.
Examine that hammer carefully.
Okay. All right. Let me. The hammer sits on a pedestal made of jade and ivory. While it appeared to be sitting on the pedestal, upon close inspection, you notice it is actually hovering slightly above it. You can feel its power. And more importantly, you can see its worth. It pulsates with a blue light as you stand near it, almost begging to be wielded.
What do you think, cleric? Is that the real deal?
Well, I have nothing like identify, do I? I can bless us, I can cure us, I can...
I can do
I'm
an
just looking at-
Arcana check.
Sorry. There, I was looking for the information. Arcana check would be about the best we can do here. I could try a religion check while I'm at it.
For the sake, nobody has identify or anything like that, right?
No.
So, for the sake of argument, you can tell the hammer isn't going to kill you. Okay, if that's what you're concerned about, trying to figure out if this thing is going to kill me if I touch it, you get the sense that it's not evil and
See if we
doesn't
can lift it up.
radiate evil.
I know hammers.
I know hammer too.
By all means, go ahead.
I'm trying to grasp it
Okay.
and pray to Moradin that the hammerer who forged us in his forge.
Did you? So you trusted me and believed me? Oh my God!
I'm gonna touch it and see what happens.
You sucker! No, I'm just joking.
I'm gonna touch that hammer.
Since you didn't have identify or anything like that, your hands tremble with both fear and anticipation as you grasp the hammer in your right hand. Shockingly, other than the burdening hammer's great weight, nothing appears to happen. You are instantly aware that this mighty hammer can only be wielded by a powerful paladin of pure heart. In other words, your PC isn't high enough to use it right now. That's what you're wondering, like, let's put it in the paladin's hand. Nope, not gonna happen. Then the room begins to shake. The corridor is collapsing. You only have moments to make it out alive. You see that Javier is already gone. And now we're back on the pit, Lonnie, the log pit. All right, so
Just swing across.
as you reach the log pit, you see some of the water, a large amount, it's like because the place is crumbling, has now been filled in by debris. So the gap is much smaller, but there still is like a gap. So as you reach the pit, you see some of the, quote, water has been filled in by crumbling debris, but there's still quite a distance to the other side. Javier has already gotten across and is holding the rope. Give me the hammer, and I throw you the rope.
I've seen this movie.
He looks around at the crumbling corridor, then back at you. No time to argue.
We've got another rope.
You don't have another rope. No, you can't.
Paladin has another rope. The cleric used a rope. The paladin has a rope.
Throw the rope. Hurry, before it's too late. Hurry,
I think
throw
the
the
paladin should
throw
throw
the
the
hammer.
rope over the log, and we can swing across. With
Oh,
the
wait.
paladin.
Now, wait. There is no more. There is no more log, though. So
Oh, the log came
yeah,
down.
because the debris filled in a large area of the gap, and it caught because the place is crumbling. So the log itself is gone. I should have. There he goes. He knocked it down. There he goes. All right.
Well, so his rope won't do us any good over there. Or is it still hanging from the ceiling?
He's just saying, throw me the idol. I throw you a rope.
Then the rope does us no good if there's no log to tie it to.
Javier kind of looks at you upset. It's true. If you don't, you can possibly tie it to something. You can find a way across it. But if you don't throw it, it's going to be too late. Hurry! And Javier, he's beginning to look back. You know, as the crumbling and everything. Y'all want to throw it to him, or do you want to tell him to piss off?
I don't see what good it does if he were to throw us a rope. We have a rope on our end. Is there anything else to connect it to?
I can knock down this stone over here. I'll tell you what. I will knock down a stone, but first you must throw the golden hammer. Throw the hammer to me, or you'll never leave here alive. Hurry, my friends. We only have moments.
Can we make it across without him?
You can try. It has filled in the gap. Would you like to try?
Well, as the warlock, I would like to cast Cause Fear on Javier.
Ah, okay. All right.
Yes.
We're your
Can it
only
be a
hope.
Wisdom saving throw or be frightened.
I don't have a 0 level character made, so I will just roll a normal wisdom d20. Oh my god!
Fine.
Jesus!
So we're jumping.
What, are you trying to fear me, make me afraid? Why would you make me afraid? I'm already in fear. This place is collapsing. Throw me the hammer. Javier, he's beginning to walk away, slightly edging back as the rocks are crumbling. You see dust and everything. You're beginning to choke. All right, so y'all want to last chance?
Can
You
I-
want to give him the hammer or not?
Can I yell at him that? Oh, I was trying to yell at him that. Hey, help us across. We've got sacks and sacks of gold now.
Don't need your gold. I just want the hammer. Throw me the hammer, hurry!
I don't want to give him the hammer.
You don't have. You don't have to. There, no railroading. There's no railroading here. If you don't want to give him the hammer, you don't
We
have
got a
to.
partial log. It's partially filled in.
He
We
looks
got
at-
extra rope. We're looking for the best way across.
He looks back at you and he looks back at you in rage and takes the hammer and be like, "You sons of bitches! I will have that hammer one way or the other." And he throws the little bit of the rope to let it melt into the water. Die here! I'll come back for the hammer and get it off your corpse. And Javier runs and he's gone. He leaves. You can.
Paladin pulls out his hammer. Or I'm sorry, his rope that is here in his pack that hasn't been used yet. And we look for something to tie it to.
There's nothing to tie it to. I can tell you that at this point because he didn't kick the stone, and you have to try to. The only way you could try to jump across at this point with an athletics check.
Dwarf, I can throw you across.
Don't tell the elf. Don't tell the elf. You do.
Any assistance we can get from the use of rope or tossing each other across.
Yep.
Yeah,
If there's any way to get a help action advantage.
All right, whoever gets the toss, you can try to do a toss, but then it's going to be different than athletics. It's going to be a straight strength, just your arms just propelling him.
Hey,
So
Dwarf has a 4 athletics. Paladin has a 4 athletics. That might be our best shot anyway.
Well,
Is to use that
Barbarian-
athletics.
The barbarian would have advantage on strength checks. And
If he
would
raged.
Have a +5.
Oh, well there
Yeah.
you go.
All right, so the barbarian,
That
give
sounds
me
like our best deal.
a strength check, 14 to throw the dwarf.
+5 and advantage. For rage. Oh,
Oh, dwarf is thrown across. Javier's already gone, but dwarf is now. You see, the barbarian picks up the dwarf. The dwarf looks back. Don't tell the elves. And he picks up and just chucks the dwarf. Sailing, land their side. What?
With my stone cunning, can I see the rock that Javier alluded to? Is there something I can pull down to make this an easier crossing now?
Give me a roll. It's going to be a high perception. Give me a roll. Perception 19. You see that stone? No, you're not able to see the stone. Unfortunately, Javier may very well just been lying. You don't know from
I
your
think he was
position.
lying.
You're just getting that to throw the idol. So, oh, that's the idol. You can tell. See, love that Raiders, baby. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Is there any way that it would help to toss a rope across to me? At the very least, we can hold it tight, and if anyone falls in, we can
Yeah.
You don't want
we have something to grab and scramble out with.
Because if you fall at rope, you're gonna dip in. I mean, it's almost full. That's pit. So I don't. Any distance that you fall and touch that stuff, it's gonna be a rough day. Not gonna be a good day at the office. So
Just throw me. The paladin throws the rope to the dwarf. The dwarf will hang on to the rope and be able to start to tie a rescue loop, just in case someone falls in.
well,
I guess
we could
from
find
here on
out.
the barbarian can attempt to throw the next person. I suppose.
You don't want to fall in there. I'm telling you.
The barbarian will throw the warlock.
All right, warlock's gonna weigh a little bit more, so give me a 15 for strength.
Advantage rage. Is that?
Oh!
Ah!
Oh!
There we go.
No, okay. So 2 people are across. We got 2 more. The place is crumbling now. It's
Come on,
still.
we'll catch you.
Hey! Hey!
Does the paladin want to be thrown?
It is all in this full plate. Should the DM be a total asshole, like he's wearing full plate, that's going to be 18. 18 to throw him. No, I'm not going to be that much of a dick. I want you to enjoy your GARYCon. 15 to get that.
Anyway.
15 to, oh, well, then you can try jumping across. You can jump across, or you can try throwing across at this point.
Throwing seems to still be our better. If he can help.
I get that 15 or
By giving
higher.
a push. Give him a
to the
push.
Yeah.
15 or higher to throw the paladin.
Okay.
This is very This is bordering on unbelievable, but still fun. Okay. We're literally having you throw people in full plate mail, which is like hundreds of pounds across like a 10-foot gap. But whatever. Give him a little push. All right.
Barbarian's on his own now.
Yep. The place
Make
is.
that leap.
Barbarian ties a rope to himself. Throws the other end to the other players, and tries to get like a running start. When I jump, pull.
All right. Go ahead.
Leave.
Roll that athletics. Get above a 10. All right. So you go sailing across this thing, and you're able to land right on the other side with your hands, pulling yourself up, scraping your fingers, use all the strength to pull yourself up over the lip. Your feet almost just touch the liquid, but you're able to skirt your knees up as you're pulling yourself up and over. And now, though, it's not over. Hold on. One second, guys, because you're about to see something else. Each one of you gets across the bridge or the liquid. The ceiling begins to collapse, and from above, a huge boulder. You should see it come into frame. It's on a ramp. All right, you begin to see a huge boulder, and I'll describe this to you. As you pull yourself up from the trap, you have just enough time to catch your breath before you hear a low rumbling sound. Your eyes widen in disbelief as the ceiling opens up and a giant boulder comes rolling after you. All right, you should see a huge boulder just came down to hit you all like in Indy, like in Raiders in a second. If it actually kicks in there, I don't know. Did you all see it? Were you able to see the boulder?
I see a boulder.
Just for fun.
Awesome. Okay. So you got your boulder going.
Oh, why not?
I need each one of you all to do, every character has to do 2 checks. 14 acrobatics, 12 athletics to avoid the boulder. Let's do that, each person. Acrobatics and athletics. Yep, acrobatics and athletics. There we go.
The cleric, the dwarf, is nimble and strong.
Yeah, they can't really see their characters that much. You might want to aim it down a little bit. All they can see is the boulder.
Paladin, 15 and 12. 12 athletics.
All right, so who did not make it? Tell me who does not.
Didn't make the athletics.
We're looking for 14.
I'll tell you, hold on. Let me go back to the screen. You need a 14 acrobatics and 12 athletics.
Oh, Paladin and the cleric both pass.
Okay.
Barbarian's not doing too hot.
Barbarian failed both.
Okay, Barbarian fails.
Warlock failed both.
Did the Warlock make it?
No.
Failed both.
Alright, so Warlock doesn't make it. Alright. Let's do here. For the people that succeeded, running literally for your lives, the Paladin and the Cleric, they're able, maybe God was on their side, Lathander loved them, but running literally for your life, you're able to duck and dash just out of the way of the boulder and jump into the room that you had, the room that had the secret entrance from before, as it seals shut the entrance forever, sealing anything or anyone left inside. You breathe a sigh of relief and a relieved chuckle, but then quickly remember that Javier has your hammer and he's getting away. For the people that failed, you begin running for your very life, but the jump at the pit and pulling yourself up has taken its toll. You know you can't outrun it, terrible fear begins to wash over you as you know how painful this death will be. Luckily, you don't think about it too long as the boulder catches up with you and crushes you from the feet up. You let out a last startled gasp as it crushes your chest and takes your life. Dun, 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 dun. All right, now Javier has escaped. He's escaping. The place is crumbling. You are making it. You're running back towards the entrance. Only the cleric and the paladin are left alive. Everybody else has gotten crushed by the mighty boulder. You have made it outside as the place just crumbles and everything's going down. Let me put the over here. All right. So y'all are just survived. Gotten out. Let me read what happens. By Lathander's light, as you ascend the stairs and cross the threshold to exit to Dagger Falls, you are greeted by the familiar smells of salted pork and smoked beef. Townsfolk seem shocked to see anyone coming out of the ruins after the cave-in they just heard from above. Wide-eyed and mouth agape, one of them motions forward to speak to you. By Lathander's light! I thought you'd be dead for sure, me friends. Here, have an ale on me, you look like you need it. Oh, and good news, your friend made it out too. He was in a rush, but I think he was on his way to the docks to board the Fallen Star, since he has dropped this advertisement to book passage. Your move, adventurers. And now you should see a picture of a boat in just a moment. Coming up, letting you know Javier is escaping by boat. And the ruined temple. And that is actually it, guys. After you see the picture of the boat.
Run, 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 run.
Run!
This cleric's got Toll the Dead ready. He's gonna catch him to
I'll just blast is ready.
Sometimes there could be a little bit more combat in this module. It depends on how long it takes, but y'all got through it. It took a little bit longer on some parts for the combat, so we had to cut that out. But you got hopefully y'all enjoyed this. As soon as you see the picture of this boat, I think JC is getting the splash screen of the boat, because I have a custom painted boat for y'all here. If we ever get it, but it's okay. He's done the best he could. What did y'all think? Did you enjoy that one shot?
That's fun. That's some nice terrain.
Almost died, but I kept you alive.
Yeah. I mean, I like a good deadly encounter is always fun. I like the Javier character. The banter between the orcs. That way they're not just randomly patrolling. They're like living there. I thought it was great.
I'm glad y'all had a good time. That's my main thing. Is hopefully y'all will tune into our show. There's the boat. The boat's up. Yay! Yeah, and you see Javier's on the front of the ship getting away with your hammer. That son of a bitch. Taking your hammer.
Gonna run.
But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Obviously, if we had more time, I could keep going and do other stuff. But this is GARYCON. We only have so much time, and I know that if we tried to do more combat, we would not finish by the time limit. So, but hopefully you enjoyed what we did. You got the hammer. That was the most thing. You got the hammer. That was it. Basically.
You did get in and out there.
You got in and out. You got your hammer. You almost died. 2 people did die. They got sealed in forever, crushed by the boulder from Indiana Jones. But I'm glad y'all enjoyed it, guys. Do you think this is something? And you could be honest. Do you think this is something you would do again next year?
Yeah, we'll see. But I have to see if there's By next year, we'd actually be in person gaming.
Yeah, that's true. Hopefully, you'll be able to see me in person and not here on the virtual thing here.
Yeah, I made it work. After moving the cameras around, was able to figure out where we were.
Yeah, this is what we do for our show every week. Like, we run a show, but I have a much larger, as you've seen. This whole table is 6 foot by 4 foot, and the whole table is filled with 2 levels of dungeon. You got the top level has the city, the forest, and the mountains, and then the underneath that terrain is a 17 encounter dungeon. 17 encounters, as well as a 8 encounter sewers underneath the city. So we have sewers, dungeons, all on one table. And then you have, as you see, all this cool little things we do, like the boulder trap. That always gets people love that boulder trap. That and the swinging log trap. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this, and that you can check out our show if you want. We do this kind of stuff every week. Once in a while, if you're a VIP, we actually have VIPs come and play in one of our good or evil groups. In fact, one of the VIPs just had a Kenku monk that came in for the evil game, and the evil game was on that boat. You actually see right there, it was a haunted boat. They were doing a quest that dealt with a boat actually being haunted and trying to figure out what was going on. So we do all sorts of fun little stuff, man. And hopefully you'll tune in and enjoy us, watch us play D&D. All right, guys. All right. I'm going to get going for now, and I will see you all. And don't forget, Javier. Wait, you forgot to pay me. Where's my money? My money!
I think he's been overpaid considering.
Oh. He stole your hammer. He suckered you. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
All right, and bye.
Bye-bye.